Congresswoman Beatty has proudly represented Ohio's 3rd Congressional District since 2013. Prior to her political career, she received her Bachelor of Arts from Central State University, her Master of Science from Wright State University, and honorary doctorate degrees from Ohio Dominican University, Central State University, Capital University, and The Ohio State University. Throughout her career, Congresswoman Beatty has been an effective advocate for policy issues, ranging from voting rights reform, financial inequality, diversity and inclusion, healthcare access, and gun violence prevention. Congresswoman Beatty has continued to be a trailblazer throughout her career and inspired changemakers across the country. It is now my honor and privilege on behalf of the McCourt School of Public Policy to welcome Congresswoman Joyce Beatty.
And to be here as the first member of Congress to participate in the McCourt School's inaugural Tri-Caucus Congressional Fellowship Program. Wow, Joyce Beatty. As a visiting fellow, I want you to know that I am proud to announce that our overarching theme that will shape the curriculum for our fellowship program this year will also help mentor students. It will also help a new generation of public servers, leaders, have an opportunity to sit, to witness, and not to be placeholders, but to be pace setters, to learn about different beliefs and culture from the members of the Tri-Caucus. I also think it's important to be able to provide Black leadership, which knows no bounds, even when naysayers will try to say that there are limits on what we can accomplish. We will allow you to have new learning experiences. We will allow you to be change makers at the most consequential time that we are being educated and serving in this nation that we believe in. It will be you who will be the pace setter. It will be you to who America is looking forward to working with. And I will be able to create avenues for participants to be engaging, where you will have hands-on experiences for being emerging leaders, which will aid you to take on the urgent and transformative work that is ahead of you for our nation, especially at this moment. And let me just say, Tyler, thank you for mentioning that I am chair emerita of the Congressional Black Caucus. What does that mean? It means that we started in 1971 with just 12 men and 1 female, the Honorable Shirley Chisholm. And so you see, to all of the women in the audience, and proud to see you today, and the men, it took both of us, or all of us, together to form the Congressional Black Caucus, to do things far ahead of what this nation expected. It was about civil rights and justice, but it was also about the power of education. It was making sure that we understood that we needed to merge it together, because if we did not educate the communities about what we were legislating and what we were communicating and what we were litigating, then we would not have been able to say that it was that diversity that was our strength and that unity is our power. We would form the Tri-Caucus. And it was the late Eddie Bernice Johnson from Texas who was the brain power behind forming the Tri-Caucus. And today, Dean, we stand on her shoulders. And today you have, with others at this university and with the McCourt School, the Tri-Caucus Fellowship, where we will be able to work with bright and gifted students to make a difference not only in their lives, but to make a difference in this country. I cannot think of any greater honor that can be bestowed on me to be the first, to be the pace setter, to be able to say Joyce Beatty did that. And so I want to say thank you. He is a man that is our Democratic leader of the House of Representatives, doing something that has never happened before. He was nominated and voted on and elected unanimously by every member of the Democratic Caucus, making him the highest ranking Democrat. The script says in the House, but I'm going to say in the United States of America and across this country. He is also the former chair of the Democratic Caucus, whip of the Congressional Black Caucus, previously chaired the Democratic Policy and Communications Committee, where he helped develop the people's agenda. In Congress, Leader Jeffries is a tireless advocate for social and economic justice. He has worked tirelessly to help residents recover from the devastation of the COVID-19 pandemic. He has reformed our justice system, improved the economy for everyday Americans to protect our health care from the right-wing attacks. He is someone who believes in education. He is someone who has fought tirelessly so we could have a better education system, a better justice system, and a better America. And I know all that sounds great, but here's the part I like best. He's my classmate. We came to Congress together. We have fought together, we have stood together, and I could not be more proud than to call him my friend. Although he is our leader, he is my friend first. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the Honorable Democratic Leader, Hakeem Jeffries.
What an honor and a privilege to be here with all of you. Certainly, Tom, thank you for your leadership of the McCourt School, this incredibly precious school, obviously one that I have a close connection with. I'm very proud of that. To Joyce Beatty, who, as she mentioned, my colleague, my classmate, and my friend, an amazing leader in the United States Congress, the Chair Emeritus of the Congressional Black Caucus, the first one in our class to achieve that distinction. And she led the CBC during such a profound moment in our nation's history, President Biden's first 2 years in office, and was actively involved in leading some of the major accomplishments that occurred during those first 2 years in office, partnering directly, of course, with Speaker Pelosi at the time and Democrats in the Senate, and working directly with President Joe Biden. So what an honor that you all have for her to serve in this position during the inaugural journey. As we talk about the importance of developing public policy leaders who reflect the best of America, and that's what all of you will be charged with as you move forward from this place, leading the United States of America. 12 men and 1 woman, Shirley Chisholm. And then about 50-something years later, we hit 60 members last year. We're at 62 now, more than 30 of whom are Black women serving in the United States Congress. That's progress. Of course, the partnership with the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, partnership with the Asian and Pacific American Caucus, incredibly important as we call it the Tri-Caucus, but then more broadly with every single member of the House Democratic Caucus. We're a family, a big family, a diverse family, an enthusiastic family at times, but at the end of the day, a family all committed to trying to find the highest common denominator in order to make life better for the American people. We all, generation after generation after generation, have a responsibility to be able to take the baton from the previous generation and continue our country's march toward a more perfect union. Not a perfect country, but what the framers did set us on is a march toward a more perfect union. Protecting the values that have made America the greatest democracy in the history of the world, while also trying to create opportunities for everyone, regardless of race, regardless of gender, regardless of religion, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of any characteristic at all, creating opportunity for everyone to experience the American dream. And so I wish you all nothing but the best in your future endeavors. Thankful for your commitment to pursuing public policy and public service. Thank you, and God bless each and every one of you.
The opportunity to be here, Dean. I did not graduate from Georgetown. I did have the opportunity to go to a summer program here. I also wear Georgetown color sneakers regularly in my suits. So I would have thought I would get a kinder return here than having to speak after Leader Jeffries, which is the truest form of cruel and unusual punishment that one could face in Washington. But I know he has to leave, but it also gives you the opportunity to heap praise on someone like Hakeem. When these challenging moments, when the times have found us, to have him as a steward of our party, he's the right person for this moment. He's done an incredible job and will continue to lead us through these challenging moments. And I know Tyler had the chance to tell you a lot about my incredible colleague, Congresswoman Joyce Beatty. So I just want to add two quick things about her. One is she's a woman of her word. She's a true friend. Those are the types of things that in Washington you cannot take for granted. You will learn this for those of you who will be fellows in this program. This is a challenging landscape to navigate. But when you have someone like Joyce Beatty as a friend and a colleague, you're able to do so. You know that you have someone who will guide you in the right direction and give you the best guidance that they can give. And in terms of her being the first again in her career as the first legislative fellow, she's blazed a trail for so many. She mentioned Shirley Chisholm earlier. As many of you know, there's a famous quote of, "You don't have a seat at the table, you pull up the folding chair." Well, Joyce has not only done that in her career, but she's also made sure that those folding chairs turn into permanent places for people who come from disadvantaged backgrounds, minority backgrounds, marginalized backgrounds. And in blazing a trail, it's never just been about her. It's been about what the future can be for so many others. And so in this role, I know she will provide the guidance, both in terms of her history and her experiences, but also how you can all use those experiences to move forward. The fact that this program will draw students from minority-serving institutions is a reflection of the belief that we need to have people from different backgrounds to lead this country forward in a way that's reflective of who we truly are. Of coalition building, of believing in different communities, understanding that we come from different backgrounds, and then together we can forge a pathway forward for this country that's more inclusive and a better reflection of who we are at our core. I have the privilege of being here in my role as Vice Chair of Policy for the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, one of the two of the three pillars here with CBC of the Tri-Caucus. And this is proof about coalition building, both for us as a party, but also as a country. The more that we do together, the more that we find binds us, the stronger that we will be. We've proven this in the Democratic Caucus, where the Tri-Caucus now is the core foundation of our party, and we know that this is the blueprint for what we can do as a country when we join together, understand each other, believe in each other. So, such a privilege to be here. I can't thank you enough for your decision to choose Ms. Beatty as the first legislative fellow. She will do incredible things, as will all of you. So please call me anytime that we can be of assistance, and thank you so much for this opportunity.